You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Reaper Arsenal Coffee.
Smells like freedom.
How you doing, Mr. Farris?
Pretty darn good. Happy Friday, you two. How's everything in Smallville?
Oh, man.
Yeah? Yeah?
It's good. I'm exhausted.
Well, I know what you're up to. Your daughter just is a new, she's a new homeowner.
She is.
And,
we're doing a lot of work
We've
today.
been a little busy.
I was going to say.
We've been somewhat busy.
And then somebody gave us an additional project by running their car into some things on the property.
Yeah,
Yes.
how much regret are you two going through now?
I do remember
Actually,
when,
we're loving. I
Are
love
you
this
really?
stuff.
Yeah,
This is
it's
my
Because
thing.
you guys are putting a lot of sweat equity in
I'll
it.
tell you,
It's pretty nice.
somebody his home was built in 1937.
Correct,
And
yeah.
I was taking paint, like however many, 80 some years worth of paint off of all of the door handles and stuff the other day.
Oh, so you're going to use all the original
Yeah,
hardware and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Again, that's labor intensive
I went
stuff.
through and
so.
stripped it all down. I was
Yeah.
thinking we could start our own business. We could call it Sioux Falls Strippers, because I think there's a nice ring to that. You know,
There really isn't, John, but you go on.
we'll take it all off.
Okay, let's just get into this, shall we?
Goodness.
No, you guys, you don't think so? Okay,
Happy birthday to George Lucas, the big sellout.
yeah, I know him.
He's 77.
Nice. He's the guy that created Howard the Duck.
Well, most people know him
That's
as
not really what he's known
Star
for.
Wars. John.
Oh, did he do that one too?
He did not create Howard the Duck. He produced the movie. Howard the Duck been around in comics for a long time.
Yeah.
I like it when I can straighten you out. It's not helpful, but I like it when I can do that. Let's see. This guy, love him or hate him, and I think most people really don't care for him anymore. Mark Zuckerberg,
Oh
Yeah.
founder of Facebook, is 37 today.
Is that all? Holy cow!
He's just a boy. When you're sitting there in his college dorm when he launched Facebook.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I like this guy. He's had his problems, whatever, but Poison lead guitarist C.C. DeVille.
Oh, yeah.
C.C. DeVille, his parents know him as Bruce Anthony Johansson.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, there you go.
Seeing the whole lot of it.
Yeah, Bruce just does sound cool, unless you're Bruce Springsteen, I guess. He's 59 today, by the way. C.C. was 1987. Oh, in case you don't know the name C.C. DeVille, he renamed himself that after his favorite car, the Cadillac Coupe DeVille.
Really?
Get it?
There we go. I do.
I
like
get
that.
it.
Man, I'm glad when I can teach you guys something.
We learned a lot today.
Was this day in 1787? Wouldn't you have loved to just been in the room? This day, delegates gather in Philadelphia to start drawing up the United States Constitution.
That's super cool.
The smartest people in the history of the planet
Yeah.
were hanging out in Philly to get that done. 1804, Lewis and Clark expedition. In case you don't know, that was commissioned by Thomas Jefferson.
Yes.
He was writing the checks for that bad boy. Set off from St. Louis in quest of the Pacific coast. They made it, too. And as I've often stated, would have made it sooner if they just would have gone north a bit and taken I-90. It was 1998. Seinfeld's final two-part episode, the finale, airs on NBC. 76.3 million views.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was the first episode I saw. It made no sense to me.
Commercial time being sold for that episode.
Yeah, a lot of dough.
30-second ad. $2 million.
That's back when $2 million was a lot of money.
They sold out like that.
Oh, yeah.
So I know, you know, we all know. We just forge ahead here.
We're going to do exactly that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Reaper Arsenal Coffee. Are you ready to travel again?
Join us for the best week of your life.
The Sands is an immersive Gen X era experience for 5 sun-filled and fun-filled days at Dreams and Secrets all-inclusive resorts in Cancun.
Enjoy music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Wang Chung,
Firehouse,
Honeymoon Suite,
CNC Music Factory.
The Jets, and more.
Make plans to join us for the Sands.
October 25th through 30th.
Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Stuff Dan finds interesting.
And it is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. What do you find interesting, Dan?
What's in? Ooh, you know, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention this. First, it just happens to be Red Shirt Friday.
Yeah.
Red Shirt Friday, in case you don't know, Friday designated for red shirts or remembering everyone deployed.
Right.
So every man and woman in uniform that's been shipped out for somewhere to take care of business.
Yeah.
You wear a red shirt, just go, hey, we support you. And if you would love a beautiful custom edition, you know what? Solo and the team at Big Yeti Custom Creations right up on Marion Road do a heck of a job. In case you don't know, Solo, he's former Ranger.
Right.
Yeah.
He's been around, run by vets, done for vets. And just go to BigYetiCC.com and take care of it. The vaccine thing is just crazy. The other day I heard the CDC came out and said if you've been vaccinated, you know what? You can kind of lose the mask at this point. But while there was a huge rush to get vaccinated, it's slowed down a lot now. The powers that be would love to see the American public as a whole be about 70% vaccinated. It's closer to 45, maybe half, something like that. And so a lot of businesses, political and otherwise, are now offering incentives to get that done.
Gotcha.
Got it? Everything from local breweries are offering a free beer to get your vaccine. And if you've been struggling with whether or not to get vaccinated and a free beer is going to make the difference, you probably have more issues than whether or not you should just get vaccinated. But this just came. This is how huge this is getting. Nationally now starting on May 24th, and it runs through July 4th, Uber and Lyft both will be offering free rides to and from vaccination sites.
Oh.
All you have to do is get a hold of them starting on the 24th. If you have problems getting around or you don't use mass transit, whatever, that's going to be free for a couple of weeks. Now, the state of Ohio just came out the other day. Listen to this. Here's an incentive that would maybe make sense if you're on the fence. They're going to select 5 people, just 5 from the pool of everybody who have been vaccinated or haven't yet, but say they will sign up and get it done. 5 people. All these people are going to go into a lottery for it. 5 are going to win $1 million cash.
Holy cow.
Wow.
5 $1 million winners. So, Ohio's coughing up $5 million just to prompt the vaccination thing.
So, that is quite interesting that they have to do all of that.
Oh, I'm glad you said so because it's usually just stuff I find interesting.
But it is interesting to many, I'm sure.
Yes, I've talked to a lot of people, and it's all. I have friends that are fully vaccinated. I know one friend that has gotten 1 shot and is now really hesitant to get the second one. So, I mean, this is all over the map. And I have other friends that are just going, I'm never doing it. I don't care what.
I won't do it.
So, So it's pretty interesting.
Our daughter has been vaccinated. She's got both shots.
Yeah. So like I say, incentives, they're popping up everywhere. Everything from free cheeseburgers to free beers to $1 million. So
And somebody's doing like donuts. Is that Dunkin' or not Dunkin'? Krispy Kreme?
that sounds like a Krispy Kreme thing, but I may be
Krispy
wrong.
Kreme. Yeah, we don't have either of those here, so I don't know. Well, Dan, thank you, sir.
Hey, absolutely. My pleasure.
You coming back with some more fun stuff here in a bit, right?
In fact, it's a Free Flag Friday. And we're going to talk a little bit about government incentives and unemployment and things like that right here in the state of South Dakota because things are about to change drastically.
Well, we'll get the scoop coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour with Dan Farris.
Addiction. It's a problem for many. And addiction can drive away those who love you the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, broken relationships, and, if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break. Brought to you by Kalani's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio. We're talking about Free Flag Friday first, is that?
We are in conjunction with Maximum Promotions. Over there, Brandy and Sarah and Mark and the crew right over there on West Avenue. If you've ever driven by,
Under the huge American flag.
It's probably the biggest flag in the city. It's got to
I
be.
love that flag.
Yeah, if it's not, it's real close.
They can do anything when it comes to flags. I mean, anything in any size and any style, and you'll see their work all over businesses, homes all over the city, and points beyond. They're kind of national, actually.
Yeah, they're all over the country.
When it comes to flags, they're a big deal.
They're well known, too.
So we thought Free Flag Friday would be kind of a fun thing.
It is a very fun
It's
thing.
very nice. Made in the USA, 3-foot by 5-foot
Love it.
flag with all the hardware for your home or whatever you'd like to do with it. And this week's winner is Antje, A-N-T-J-E. It's pronounced Antje, right?
Antje?
Antje Shures.
There you go.
Oh, Angie.
Antje enjoys playing tennis, accounting, and watching Top Chef and NCIS Los Angeles.
How do you know that?
And spending time
It was
with
on
her
her Facebook page.
wonderful husband, John. Yes, Antje, you've been creeped by the best.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I don't have any of that on the form. So you can sign up for a flag, and we're not gonna ask any of those.
If you'd like me to look into your personal life, register to win. sunnyradio.com.
You're deterring people from signing up.
That's fantastic. All right, here's what's going on. The big hubbubbery. Keep in mind there are approximately 8.1 million job availables coast to coast in this country. That's a lot of jobs.
Lot.
There are a lot more people just kind of going, these checks are nice.
Yep.
Because what happened, if you're familiar, if you know the history of unemployment, it was always a temporary thing. They keep growing how long it lasts over the decades, but it was always meant as just kind of a safeguard, a little safety net because you're between gigs and here you go. And it was really never enough to live on. It's just a portion, a percentage of what you were making when you were actively working. So, for instance, the average unemployment check on a weekly basis is somewhere in the neighborhood of about $300 to $400. I think it maxes out at a little over $400, regardless of how much you actually make. So a year or so ago, they tacked an additional $600 a week onto that. So if normally you would have gotten $400, all of a sudden you're getting $1,000.
Oh,
Right,
wow.
okay.
Yeah.
And that's when the pandemic really, really hit, and a whole lot of people all of a sudden were out of work, and it was a big deal. Then they came back with the second package for it and halved that. So what's that it's turned into is an additional $300 a week.
Right.
Gotcha.
But if you're working, say, fast food, or you're new to the workforce, or you're making $10 an hour, $12 an hour, or whatever, that's still a lot more than what you were making.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's certainly not the only reason there's all these job openings. A lot of businesses are struggling to find people. But it certainly is one of them.
Yeah, it's a factor.
And state by state now, that's starting to end a little bit. South Dakota has announced it is, in fact, ending the federal pandemic-related unemployment assistance programs. The number of unemployed workers is starting to normalize in the state. That CARES Act, which again includes those additional $300 weekly payments for claimants, will be ending June 26th of this year. So if you've been riding that, that's
it's going away.
That's what's going to happen, and we'll see what happens. I just noticed a few other states are now going to start doing the same thing. So I was just talking to a guy yesterday, owns his own business. He goes, Dan, honest to goodness, because I actually called him over for an estimate on something I wanted done. Yeah. And he says, okay, this is how it would work, and I got to be honest with you, I won't even be able to start on it until end of July. I said, you're that busy? And he goes, no, the amount of work I'm doing isn't any more than I have the past few years. It's just that I normally have a full-time crew of 6 people. Oh, yeah. And he said, right now I've got 2 and I can't find anybody else.
Oh, man.
So that's with small business. That's exactly what's happening.
And that is why we set up SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Correct.
Because we were trying to give people looking for jobs.
And you're trying to replace me.
And people, and people looking for people a good place to meet for free. So the nice thing is there's no fee for that. If you're a business and you're going, I'm looking for people, you can literally post something every single day and there's no fee for it. If you're looking for a job, you can go in there and post your resume if you want. That's not what most people do. They just go scrolling through and reach out to the people. But I've already talked to a few businesses who found people through that. And again, it's a free tool because we want to help. So SiouxEmpireJobs.com. Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it, you guys. It's a blessing to be here, an honor.
And we will see you next week. Holy cow, it's Friday.
Yeah, weekend. Yeah, enjoy your weekend, guys. I'll catch up with you on Monday.
Sounds great. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you're looking for special prices on some pretty amazing products, check out the website radiosavings.com. We're adding new items all the time, so you might find something cool. And you can save money when you buy stuff at radiosavings.com. One other thing many people like, many of the products you'll find at radiosavings.com are made in the USA. Good quality items at great prices. Radiosavings.com.
We can save you more.
Radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We are going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. On the line with me, I have Mr. Dusty Rollis. We're going to talk about a parade, but it's not a parade where they throw candy. It's a parade of homes. How you doing, sir?
Good.
You guys have got the Home Builders Association Parade of Homes this weekend and next weekend, and you guys have been doing this for a while, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Yep, since the 60s there.
Over the course of time, the homes just get bigger and more beautiful and a lot more technology. It's just amazing some of the smart technology you see when you walk into these beautiful new homes.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different cool new technology as you walk through these homes you're going to see.
Now, do you guys have any homes with your company on the parade this year?
We do not in the spring parade. We don't have anything coming up till this fall, just the timing as such.
But you've had homes in the past, haven't you?
Yeah, we've had probably 100-plus houses in the parade of homes.
Now, when you are building a home that's going to be on the parade of homes, there's got to be a little, I don't know what you call it, but maybe just a little concern as you're doing things going, it's got to be just right. Maybe some anxiety, I think maybe is the word I'm looking for, because you're going to have a lot of people inspecting your work, aren't you?
Oh, that's the biggest thing, yeah. That whole idea is to get to showcase your best work, and if you're under a time crunch, it adds a lot of stress to showing off what your best work is.
So hats off to each and every builder and all of the people working with the builders and all of the other associate members that are providing something for the Parade of Homes this weekend and next weekend. If somebody would like to get a map so they know where to go, how do I find the map for the Parade of Homes?
Well, you've got a couple options. If you're out shopping around, we've got those in the Hy-Vee locations. You can pick up the Home Ideas magazine there. Another thing that you can do is you can log on to HBASE.com, and we've got the map on there, so you can take a look on that and navigate your way. Or if you just happen to be driving around and look for our bright orange signs that will say Parade Home number 1 or whatever number it may be, and you can follow those.
And you do not have to do them in any certain order, so whichever one is closest to you, start there and kind of work your way around, because every home also has maps inside as well, don't they?
You got it, yeah. You can start at home number 20 if you want to, so... yeah, you can start anywhere. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a good parade. We've got over 40 houses, actually, that you can walk through. And this year and last year, we've been offering a virtual parade for the houses that may not have been, somebody might want to move in before the parade, and you can still log on and take a look at those, check those out virtually.
That is really, really cool. Now, if somebody would like to do that, what is the website that they go to?
HBA Sioux Empire will have the links there, and you can take a look at any of the houses on the virtual parade.
Nice. We'll throw a link to that on our Facebook page as well. And is there a fee to go on the tour, or is it free to go on this tour?
Actually, this year, all the houses that are on the parade are going to be free to tour.
So 100% free. If somebody wants to make a donation, they probably could somewhere, couldn't they?
Yeah, I'm sure we've got something through our link of the Sioux Empire. If somebody wanted to make a donation to the CARE Foundation.
And I'll tell you, the CARE Foundation does some amazing things. You guys have a repair affair every year that is just awesome, and many other things throughout the year, helping to train up young people to get them into the trades, because the sad thing is, without young people coming into the trades, as other people retire, eventually we will have nobody that knows how to do this stuff. So it's really important.
No, it's definitely something that's truly becoming more and more important. The young people need to see the opportunities that there are in the construction industry and in the trades.
And there's always building going on in Sioux Falls, so what a great line of work to get into.
Oh, you are 100% correct. The growth here in Sioux Falls is exponential. The housing need, the demand is higher than I've ever seen.
And if somebody is looking for a home right now, some of the homes on the Parade of Homes are still available, right?
You are correct. There are going to be some spec homes that will be available to purchase that you can take a look at on the Parade of Homes.
So if you're kind of looking for a new home and you want something that's brand new, that's had thousands of people walk through and admire it, this would be the way to do it. That's kind of weird when you think about it. All the people going through and checking out these homes, and eventually somebody is going to live there, and it's going to just be a family instead of all of the people.
You got it. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The houses that are pre-sold, people love being able to share their individuality, their design that they've put into these homes, and the thoughts and the spec homes. It's all the builders and their designers' thoughts that have gone into those. So you get an interesting array of homes to see.
Well, it's coming up this weekend and next weekend. Dusty, thank you for your time, sir.
You bet. Thank you for having me on.
It is the Parade of Homes. I'm going to throw a link to all of the information at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. All right. Thank you, sir.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about BetterCreditCards.com forever now, but we want to mention that BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website BetterCreditCards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm ruggedly handsome. I'm a heck of a man. I mess around with nature whenever I can.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love the little critters and the big critters, too. Like to cook them up in a tasty stew.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, it's time for Critter Corner right here on Sunny. If you like the show, then send me some money.
He's Ranger Dan.
Cash and credit card only. Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Heartfelt Friday.
Woo!
Snappy salute off the well-starched brim of the Ranger Dan cap to you two. Armando, you're looking average. Heidi.
Ranger
And I
Dan.
say, Heidi, how's my little Heidi?
Ranger
Who's a little
Dan.
sweetie? Yes, you are. You know, little Radio Rangers, we've been talking about trees here for the past week and how you can get your hands and go out there and not only get yourself free trees, but actually do it yourself. Get your own kind of little lumber mill going there, because the price of lumber these days, as I mentioned, that's up about over 200% over just a year ago. Your standard plywood, your 2x4s, your 3x9s, your 18x26s, whatever the case may be. Now, I've received several emails from you, and again, for the do-it-yourself, or you want to do your own lumber thing, and I think I mentioned this the other day, get your hands on one of those brand spanking new for just $999.99, a Ranger Dan dump maker chainsaw, 6.5 horses, a gas guzzling tree beast. 58 to 53 weeks for delivery. Now, look, I've heard from a lot of you going, gee, Ranger Dan, that would sure be nice, but I really don't have the time, and I don't have the manly Ranger Dan skill sets to do my own lumber, either for my own use or perhaps resell it on the open market and make a fortune. Now, seeing as the cost of this stuff is in fact through the roof, and you just don't have time and maybe don't have the skills to do it, Ranger Dan Enterprises is pretty darn excited to announce the Ranger Dan 2-hour only lumber blowout sale. Now, you are invited this Sunday from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. to cut your headlights and pull up behind Del Rapids Lumber at 306 North Liddell in Del Rapids. Now, this is a bundle offer. Pay attention. It's a bundle offer. You won't even have to get out of your vehicle. My associates will load you up with everything from cedar, oak, poplar, plywood, decking, framing, everything from cedar, oak, poplar, plywood, decking, framing. I may have mentioned that. And man, we've got 1x4s, 2x4s, 1x2s, 1x3s, 4x4s, and lots of other numbers, too. We'll fill your car trunk for just $89.95.
Oh, my God.
Back of your SUV for just $109.95, or load up your pickup bed for just $139.95.
Oh, wow.
Cash only, all sales final. You'll save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, depending on what you end up with. The Ranger Dan 2 hours only lumber blowout sale this Sunday
Just
from
2 hours.
1 a.m. to 3 a.m. and back to Del Rapids Lumber. Sure, that's early, but who doesn't like some cheap morning wood? That's all the time we have today, little Radio Rangers. Till next Critter Corner, enjoy your weekend. Get out there in nature and mess with it. She loves that. This is Ranger Dan. Out, say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Addiction. It's a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those who love you the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, broken relationships, and, if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, May 14th, 2021. Equities rebounded Thursday, but the market is still not out of the woods yet. The market shrugged off a hotter-than-expected PPI figure that points to steadily rising inflation and at a rate well above the FOMC's targeted 2% annualized rate. The S&P 500 gained about 1.7% by the end of the day to regain most but not all of the prior session's losses. The move was led by tech and specifically Apple, which gained more than 2.3% at the high of the session. Friday will be a test for the market to see if it can sustain Thursday's highs or if the fear of inflation will take the market lower. Trading will also be influenced by April retail sales figures, which are expected to show a solid 0.8% gain from the previous month. If the market can hold on to Thursday's highs, the sell-off could begin to gain momentum. Next week, the market will be on high alert for key housing data, the index of leading indicators, and the minutes from the latest FOMC meeting. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.